Всем привет! So I'm working on getting everything together for my next Patreon Olympic exclusive. I'm going to recap the 1996 Olympics vault final. So I wanted to just film something in the interim. Everything doesn't have to be this big scripted, edited, masterpiece or whatever. Not that I make any of those, but you know what I mean. Just something off the cuff, more stuff like I used to do a long time ago, and just react to routines here and there. So I had a couple of floor routines I wanted to share and watch with you guys. Just today I found a new version of a floor routine that I have loved for so many years. This video that I discovered today is a different person filming it. They have a slightly different vantage point. They're closer. I said on Instagram stories, it's like I am looking at her from Minsk instead of Warsaw. Like, it's not like I'm actually in Moscow, but we're closer than we were before. This video is via gymnastics stuff on YouTube. I love this channel. They have great archive content with good quality and a lot of the gymnasts that I love, like here with Olga Chudina. I am obsessed with her. I love her. I think she's one of the top 5 dancers in the history of WAG. I would put her right up there with Natalia Ilyenka and Irina Razumovsky and Yelena and Tatiana Goroshkova. Like, that is who she reminds me of. Her body line is so similar to Ilyenka. She really reminds me so much of Ilyenka, but even with more of a precision to detail. It's just incredible. So let's get into it. The music is Souvenir from Rio by Space and Didier Morny. Right from the beginning, you can see her hands, the intricacy. She mounts the double layout, a little bit short, but good body shape. Here. So detailed. The kick. Everything is so ornate. Perfect. Everything is so well choreographed, down to every single finger moving, it seems like. Whip through the tuck double back. Cowboy, but good landing. Good height on that. Gorgeous double turn. And this is the funny part of this meet, was low budget, so the girl mounting beam just wanders onto the floor. Ugh. So exquisite. I would literally maim someone probably to have this routine in television quality. It's so good. Tuck double back dismount. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. There's just a clarity and an accuracy in her movement that is so perfectly timed. She hits every note of the music. I mean, you talk about hearing your music. This is perfection. A glorious routine, actually. Supreme, divine. I love it. I'll probably touch on this in my Moscow news video, but the scores for this meet are incomplete, so I don't even know what Olga scored for this or any of her routines. I would have scored this a 9-9. She had a little stumble on the mount, but it's a very difficult mount, and it wasn't any worse than Gutsu's in Barcelona. And this was 5 years before that. Double layout was still pretty rare at this time, so I would factor that in. And the choreography was next level. The dance was next level. The presentation was next level. I mean, I would love to give her a 10, but I can't do that. I mean, I wouldn't be the first judge to give a routine with visible flaws a 10, but I wouldn't do that. At least not this time. And next, I have a special treat. I discovered this about a week or so ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. So I will tell the tale of Olga Mostepanova at Olomouc once again. A few years back, someone, and I'm pretty sure, I'm about 98% sure I know who it was, but I asked them and they denied it. They uploaded a video with 2 or 3 routines from Olomouc in pristine quality, like exceptional, incredible quality, like the video we're going to watch. It was this quality, right down to, I think it maybe even had a timestamp, I'm not sure. And I think it was Czechoslovakian TV footage from Olomouc, because that's where the alternate games were held. So I know this footage exists from Olomouc. I know there are more routines. One of the routines was Olga's beam from finals, where she got another perfect 10, and it really was a perfect routine. I put it in the video that I made about Olga Mostepanova. I saw a few days ago somebody else has the coverage because they put it in a routine about Soviets who never got to go to the Olympics. So I know it's floating out there. The person who made that video said he doesn't have access to the full thing, I guess, but I remember seeing the entire routine. In any case, like maybe between 3 to 6 months after I made my video about Olga, that video from Olomouc just disappeared off the face of YouTube, and I haven't seen it since. I'll sporadically check, every 2 or 3 months to see if it pops back up, but it hasn't. And I just know there is more footage out there like that. Maybe, ideally, hopefully, of the entire competition, like optionals, all-around finals, and event finals. Like, that is my make-a-wish, is to see Olomouc before I die. Like, that is my #1 dream, right? It's the only team that have the Soviet holy trinity of Baraksanova, Mostepanova, and Yelena, and I need that in my life, right? That's why this video that we're about to watch is such a treasure, because the limited footage that currently exists of Olomouc does not have the floor music. It's just playing this generic of the time, commie background music. I'm not really sure we even knew what Olga's floor music was. So a user by the name of Lucan95 uploaded Olga Mostepanova's floor routine from the 1984 USSR Championships. And this was so amazing to find. So let us watch it. This music is called Granada. I can't remember the artist. Love that. Pipes full in. Better form than Budapest. I'm not sure what this is. Some of these movements are a bit cringe, but that double turn is my everything, as is that split leap. Ugh. There's a frantic quality in Olga's movement on the floor sometimes, and I think that's evident in this routine. But, there's her eponymous skill through double full. But she has impeccable line and extension. And her turn in this routine are just so glorious. I do love this little part here. Like, even though you can tell she's resting, she at least makes it look so pretty. I also am obsessed with her bangs. Double tuck. Oop, but out of bounds. I love that ending pose too. This was such a treasure to find. I don't think it's going to be going into anybody's top 10 favorite floor routines, but Mostepanova is such a beautiful gymnast. Like, any routine with her is so refreshing to watch. I mean, I could just watch her move around and do handstands and turns. Like, that double turn is so good. That was the highlight of the routine for me. Let's watch it again. And it goes with the music so perfectly. So good. And the more I watch this routine, the more I love the music. I'm not sure if I explicitly stated it before, but this was the routine she did in the alternate games. It almost definitely would have been the routine she did at the Olympics, because the Olympics were just a few days before the alternate games. I think the crowd would have eaten this up. They would have loved it. I will always contend that Olga would have been the star of those games, not just because she was at her peak, but because she was such a gregarious gymnast, and the crowd would have loved her. She would have been the next Olga Korbut. That's what I think anyway. I think she would have been a huge star. She probably would have immigrated here. I mean, her life would probably be completely different. She would have never met that Muslim man who I think never married her, but impregnated her 5 times. And don't even get me started on that. But the decision the United States made to boycott the 1980 Olympics, of course, created this chain effect where the Soviets retaliated and boycotted the 84 games. And Olga Mostepanova never got to have that moment in the sun that I think would have inexplicably changed her life forever. But Olga is on Instagram, so go check her out. It's at Mostepanova Olga. Go show her some love if you're on Instagram. We love Olga. This is an Olga fan channel, of course. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys like it. As I said, I'm going to recap the vault final in a couple of days. I hope everyone has a great day. Just Gurova. Bye, loves.